Hi everybody! I cannot wait to tell you about this video. Like, I am kind of over the moon. I've been holding in this secret for about 2 months now, but I'm going to do a couple of videos on this. I was somehow magically found just through the interwebs of Instagram by the lovely people at About Face, and they so graciously and kindly asked me to be part of their third launch of their Daytripper campaign, and I kind of was under the impression that I would be going in and like doing my own makeup, or like they wanted me to kind of participate as like just a makeup-y person and, you know, maybe post something on my feed, something like that. But it turned out that I actually was a model for the campaign. We can all just wait and hear the crickets of like, how did this happen in Ashley's life to get here? I'm not really sure. I am in a point where so many things are kind of happening and it is just kind of crazy. Another, I think, video, and that's why I've been a little bit away from YouTube and Instagram. It's just a lot of things have been happening, but I want to come to you and give you some great content. So I am back at it, filming some videos for you guys, and just really want to continue to share. So I'm gonna have a video of me just unboxing this because I've never gotten a PR package like this. Like, this is unreal. So cool. Giant box. It says Daytripper on it. About Face. I mean, you know, it's just, there is something, and I think a lot of people will understand this if they have watched the beauty community on here on YouTube, and you see that they get these boxes of PR and you're like, wow, that's so amazing. Like, that's so cool. And yes, getting free makeup is great, but like, there is something about it that is just so exciting to try new products, and that is something that I was drawn to, honestly, when I first learned About Face, were these matte fluid eye paints, and I was like, what is this? This is really unique, this is different, I want to play, and they must have enjoyed me playing and doing things on my face, and that is what kind of led to me being able to get this box. So graciously, you'll see this all in the other video if you watch or look, and my lighting might change because I just kind of opened up this giant box. But it did come with this like vinyl that actually doesn't play, which I thought was kind of an interesting choice, but you know, whatever. I understand things from a music clearance perspective. But this lovely kind of card gives all the information about the products, but basically these are all very similar products to what they have. They're just brand new colors. So there are 4 new lip glosses, and I will throw up kind of videos here of me swatching them, so you have, you know, actual footage of what it looks like on the skin, but it is going to be a little different just on bare skin compared to the lips. So I think I might do like a quad, you know, one here, one here, one here, one here, and we can see all of them just in a moment here, and then we can pick later what we actually want to use for the look. They also have highlighters. There is a new color of their powder highlight, which I did not try from their boy, the Wisconsin in me, from their last launch. This one is very icy. I forget, what is this called? Ice Dust. So yes, very icy. We will probably utilize that along with 2 of their new stick highlighter formula. One is more of a kind of lavender purpley color, and the other is just this beautiful, like, iridescent, magical glitter fantasticness. I wore this yesterday with kind of just a basic, I can throw up the picture of what I did. I kind of just wanted to play with some of what I'm going to show next. The most unique things, in my opinion, in the whole line of Halsey, along with their liquid, with their liquid highlight, which I can, somewhere I think is here. Isn't it here? Here it is. I keep it out because I use it a lot. This liquid is so beautiful. They did not come out with any new colors of that for this launch, but here are the 4 colors of the matte fluid eye paints as well. But I can also give you swatches on my arms of these because I'm not sure how many we're going to use today. I'm just going to set the box to the side. Oof. So we can actually just kind of play and see. I've been wanting to try a technique here for what I'm going to do on my eyes, and I'm not sure it's going to work out, but I just want to try and see what will happen. It will kind of be play off of something that I did when I was younger with nail polish, where you kind of like put nail polish on top of a bed of water. When you dropped in the nail polish, it would expand, and then you could add other colors on top, and then you would swirl it together, and you get this really cool, like, swirly effect. I want to see if I can kind of do something similar with these eye paints and, like, kind of press it on, let it dry, and then maybe, like, carve out a shape or something. I'm not too sure, but I just want to kind of see. But because I have a bare face on right now, let's just go in and try the lip glosses so we can see them on actual lips. But again, like I said, I hopefully had put in swatches on my arm too. So there is a yellow, and this is called No Hard Feelings, and definitely has the same peppermint, I think it's peppermint lavender that they put in these. Oh, let me consult the card because I can read. So yes, the Light Lock Lip Gloss is a high sheen lip oil, naturally scented with lavender and peppermint. So here we'll put the yellow, and the yellow does seem like it just has some pretty straight up yellow looking glitter. Let me throw a mirror in here and see if I can see anything else. Maybe a tint of like a green shimmer as well on that yellow, but here let's throw up the green on the other side. Long time no see is the green, and I can see the green looks to have almost purple reflect. Ooh, oh, the green is almost blue looking. Wow, I'm really interested to see how this will be different compared to the blue. So this looks to me more blue than green on the lip, which kind of makes sense if you're putting a green on top of like a pinky lip. But this definitely, I see more of like a blue purple reflect than anything green. So let's throw the blue on top and see. This is Unholy is the blue. And yeah, it definitely looks similar to me. Like, I don't think people would be able to tell a difference between the green and the blue. Maybe the green has a bit more of like a purple, and the blue looks to be a bit more of a blue sheen, but it also looks to have purple as well. But maybe a bit more of like an aqua-y blue in here, in the actual blue. Kind of interesting. And then we have the pink, which is really stunning. It's not you, it's me, is the color of the pink. Yeah, that's really pretty. The pink is much more of a classic kind of color as well. Good old pink shimmer, don't hurt nobody. Similarly, you can see it's slightly pilling up on the side. Probably the more safe choices are on the left side of my face here with the yellow and the pink, and then we have the green and the blue on this side. And I do have two from the first collection, a peachy and a pinky color, and I must say these are much more metallic based, whereas the ones in this collection are much more shimmer based. Like, if you were to put this blue on your lip, people aren't gonna think you have a blue lip. Like, it's just kind of like a blue or a green tinge. The blue actually seems like it might be more wearable in a sense compared to the green. The green almost gives me more of a shift, but that could be how the light is just hitting. But maybe you'll be able to see these definitely have more of a glitter reflect, whereas the original ones are much more of a metallic finish. So that is something to know. I think I really do enjoy a fun, like, cool tone pop, especially if my eye is cool toned. I think that can be a really nice reflect on the lip. But if you're someone who just wants like a really nice gloss, the pink or the kind of gold yellow color, No Hard Feelings, or It's Not You, It's Me, definitely would probably be an easy go-to lip shade. So now that we got all those going, let's see if I can kind of create something with the lovely matte fluid eye paints. So we have, I will throw up a card here with, or card, video, whatever, with the swatches on my arm of these. The yellow is called Incoming, the blue is Replicant, the pink, purple, the lilac color is Freaked, and the green is Everything Now. And all of these are really, I think, stunning colors for the time that we are in. As you can see, they are the same packaging as the first launch. In the first launch, I got the really nice dark blue color, Lost Unfound, and then the white, which is White Noise. Both of these I really like, and I see a lot of people use these colors a lot. And I might kind of go in and add some white depending. And it just says for the matte fluid eye paints, they are powerful one-swipe liquid eyeshadow that delivers bold and blendable pigment. I don't know how much blending we'll be doing, but I know that when I did, I can throw up my card up here, whatever the thing is on YouTube, that hopefully if you are interested in looking from the original collection, what those kind of items were like, I have a video going through them, and these two shades where I definitely used it more in a blended fashion, as well as kind of like an artistic one. So let me just, actually I don't mind the lips being this crazy right now, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to use just some like saran wrap and lay that down, and this is what I'm going to try to do on the lid. I'm going to keep the lids bare. I did not use any primer. I don't think you need primer for this. I think this definitely should just be, you know, whatever the liquid is within the matte fluid eye paint. That's what you should rely on. Now, I do remember when I played with the original ones, if you add too much, it definitely seemed to get kind of heavy feeling on the eye. So I'm going to try to do a pretty light coat. And that's the only thing, is maybe I want to do a quick kind of light coat of the white just across my eye so that the lighter pastel pigments on these will show up better comparatively to kind of like the veininess on my eye. So I think I'm going to do that. Take a little bit of the White Noise and just put some on my lid and kind of just tap it out, just so that we have a bit more of a canvas that is, I guess, concealed in a sense, but we're using the matte fluid eye paints, and hopefully they all, you know, work together pretty well. I would imagine such, because they're different colors, but probably same formula. But here you can just see a bit more of that white coverage should definitely help us to make sure that the pastel colors just really pop. Poppity pop, pop, pop. And I'm not too sure, oops, got some on my nose. Not too sure exactly the shape that I'm gonna wanna go for. I'm kind of thinking something pretty strong and graphic. And that's why I haven't done the rest of my face, is because I might have to take kind of like a makeup wipe and help get things to a place that are a bit more sharp if that's what I want. But if it ends up being like fluid and cool looking, then we'll keep that as well. I don't really know. So this is gonna be kind of tricky because I don't know exactly how I'll be able to do this with the camera. But basically, I'm gonna take the saran wrap here. I'm just laying it kind of down on my surface, and I'm gonna dollop in some of the colors off of the matte fluid eye paint. I'm gonna start probably with the lighter colors and then go in with darker colors and just swirl it around using kind of like a tiny little liner brush to get all the colors kind of mixed and blended together, almost like you would for the top of a cake or something if you're swirling cake or brownies or stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for here. So let's see what I get. Be back in a second. All right, so we're just going to see what happens here. I kind of put the paint on here, and you probably don't really see, but on the other side, it's kind of this like fluid looking stuff. And I'm not sure how this will look. I'm gonna try pressing it onto the lid, and then I'm not gonna like swipe. I'm gonna kind of like pull it up, which might create some weird like pops. I'm not sure, but we're going to try it. So instead of swirling, I'm kind of doing like paint splat kind of look. I think that might work better. But we'll see. I'm gonna try just laying this across my lid and just getting it as close to my lashes as possible. We got this interesting like splattered paint thing. I think that actually looks kind of cool. I would definitely wish that I had put concealer if I wanted to keep that. Let's also try the swirling thing on the other eye, and let's just see what happens. Now on this other side, I kind of tried to like swirl the shades a little bit, and we'll see what happens with that. We got maybe some swirlage, but it also looks probably too heavy. So I'll go across and tap off some of the product. Kind of different. Definitely don't mind it. Really very artsy and cool. Let's kind of tap some of this more over here. I'm interested to see how this will dry up here, because on this side we have some kind of like cracking, but it isn't too bad. It almost adds to the aesthetic of everything. I kind of want to have some more color come around here, but I do want to take a makeup wipe and kind of remove what's on the bottom, and then I think we might add some onto the bottom once we have the rest of our base on, which we can do in just a minute. So let me take off the bottom and then we'll be back so that we can kind of add some more fun pops to the bottom of the lid like this, because I do think something down here like this is pretty cool. I don't like as much on this area, but you know, it's different. It's cool. We're trying new fun things because makeup has no rules. Now I think for this look, I've kind of put on a decent amount of my face. I added a little bit more in that inner corner, and we're gonna kind of play to see if we want to add a little bit coming down. But I think I actually want to try something very different today and go for some kind of nude brow. So I'm just going to go in with a concealer on a spoolie and kind of spoolie through my brows, but obviously with the concealer. Although I might actually want to try first with the Almay Brow Styler to get them in the place I want, and then I can put the concealer on top once it's dried, because I do want my brows to still be going up. While I let the brows dry, before I try anything else, I think I do want to go into the highlights here and see what we want to use. So I think as I let my brows dry, I want to go into the highlights here and kind of play around. The purple is really pretty, definitely kind of a light pink purple. Light lilac, I don't know why I keep calling it pink. A light kind of lilac-y color, which is pretty. And then the other one here, in Frenzy, excuse me, is the one that's a bit more kind of iridescent, just kind of magicalness. Like that one is a whole new level of just sparkle and shine, but I think we're actually gonna go for the purple one today. And this one is Princed, which is great if you know Prince. A purple highlight definitely is on point. So I'm just gonna tap that, and really pretty. It definitely has glitter within here, so if you're not a fan of glitter, this might not be for you, but I do really like how this looks. It's just a really kind of brightening highlight, obviously, but again, if you're not into glitter, she might not be for you. And I don't think the purple is too dark where it casts too much of a shadow. It does slightly, honestly, but it's not too bad. Like sometimes there are highlights for fairer skin that when you put them on, they're just too dark. This one, not so much. Let's also tap on a little bit of the highlight in Ice Dusted, just so that we can have a bit more of that as well. Right on top. Really punching out our cheeks now. Woof. And this is very icy, and I think there's kind of a blue, almost yellow, greeny undertone to this. Also really very pretty. Definitely a nice smooth feeling powder, but I don't know if it is as strong as the highlight from the original collection. Like I really adore this liquid highlight, and there's something about that that really gives this like glow from within, Both of these highlights are great, but you can tell you are wearing highlight. Granted, a lot of this makeup, you can tell I'm wearing makeup. Like, this is the point. It's art, it's fun, it's do what you want, it's all the good things in life that you want to happen. So let me go in, try to get my brows kind of nude, and then we'll go back and see if we want to add in maybe some more fun detail below the line or below the lower lash line. Now, I did my first initial coat on the brows, and I know it's just different, but it does give an edge to the look that just I think is elevated and pretty cool. So we're gonna go in, I think, and add just a couple more speckly spots on the bottom maybe. And then kind of playing a lot with like the yellowy greeniness, I think, on the lower portion. So I'm just gonna tap on a bit of yellow and green and blue, all these pretty colors together, kind of swirl them around. And then we'll add a little bit more detail to that lower lash. And I don't think it's worth your time really to mix. Once you have it laid on there, you can kind of like fold it in half and crumple it, and the colors will kind of just go and meld together themselves. Just kind of cross, tip tap, and there you go. They've kind of mixed. Now I can use this to kind of tap along and add some unique things here at the bottom. Just kind of letting it do what it thinks it should or wants to. And I might have gone too far in there, but that's all right. We'll just let her live her best life, right? Different and unique. I kind of do want to go in with the white and outline in the white. I think that would look really cool, but let's go over the brows once again so that they are even a bit more concealed, because I do want them to be pretty concealed. But I think what I want to do now is take my lining brush and take white noise, and I'm just gonna kind of make a line coming up and around, kind of almost enclosing everything, because I think that will help make it look a little bit more sharp. I do think it is easiest to take a brush and kind of apply compared to the applicator itself. All right, so I've added a very dramatic kind of like wing thing, trying to use all the liners. Not sure if I love it. Not sure I love the bleach brows, but you know, your girl is just trying to do something a little different. I'm gonna go in and add on some blush and some bronzer, and then we are going to put on a lippy, and you know, we'll close it on out. It is a lot obviously going on. I'm going to do a very canceled out nude lip. I do not have any of the liners, but I do want to get some of their lip liners and the liquid lips. I just don't have any yet. And because I don't have a super nude liner, I am going in with my concealer on my lips. And then because we kind of have yellow, I think we're going to go in with the yellow and add that. I think I might go in with the lip liner to kind of define a bit of the outer portion of the lip, but I do like the super nude happening. All right, and there we have our very, we're gonna call this like super editorial, different kind of look. Obviously with the more bleached out brows is different, similarly with the lip being very nude. Kind of wanting that because there is so much happening on the eyes, and I loved playing with the products in more of a normal fashion with the kind of liner accent, and then as well with just kind of pressing it on the lid. I think that actually could be a very wearable look. Like, you don't need to add obviously all this extra, you don't need to do everything else differently, but going in and kind of like tapping in, or even just using your fingers and kind of tapping and creating a blotched look is actually pretty fun and pretty cool. Yeah, I really enjoy, I think my favorite things still are the matte fluid eye paints, because there's just so much that you can do. I love using them as a pop on the lower lashes as well, is really fun. The glosses are nice. I do think I probably like these versions better with the shimmer glitter compared to the older past versions that were more of the metallic sheen, but the metallic, actually, this one would have looked real good, and is probably pretty similar to what I have on the lip right now. So let's just like throw a little that. Certainly wasn't necessary. Have enough on my face already. And then for the highlighters, I do like the powder, but I probably prefer the stick even more. And Frenzy is probably my favorite, but I am using Prince, the purple one here, which maybe I should use purple on the lips because I'm kind of getting a bit too much product. Let me just see what the purple would look like. Hold on. Kind of blot off a bit of the product. Still keeping it, ooh, nose is running, pretty nude with everything. And then, oop, that's the original pink color. I want the, oh, not purple on the lips. I want the kind of blue based. This one had kind of like a purpley reflect. Ooh, so pretty. I do really like how these feel on the lips as well. Very nourishing. I mean, they did call them an oil. And they don't really stick. They definitely have more of an oil seeming base. And I do enjoy that. So yeah, I actually think I like the blue better than I do. It was too much yellow, I think, considering all of the crazy that I have on my face. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it is just kind of crazy to me that I got all riled up and wrapped up into this campaign somehow. Absolutely amazing. If you want to go check it out, definitely look on their Instagram is where a lot of things are being posted right now. I'm going to post a YouTube video of just me opening the unboxing because my face is priceless. I'm also going to do one of just kind of my experience and like how I felt the day of, which I just haven't been able to share until now. So yeah, I really just thank you so much for being here and supporting me, whether it is here on YouTube or on Instagram. Thank you so much for, to About Face Beauty for like seeing something and believing in me and all of that, coming from a girl that has always loved makeup, but just didn't really kind of share it with the world. It is astounding to me that I've put kind of just 1 year of my life out there when it comes to makeup, and I was able to model for a company like this is just mind-blowing, and I cannot be more appreciative and just thankful of everything and playing with all these products and just doing things that I love. I could not be more humbled, and yeah, I just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody. Now on that note, wherever you are and whatever you may be doing, I hope you are able to do something that you love every single day. Thank you again for being here, and I just think you guys are all the best. Thank you for all the support. Bye.